How did Harley come to be with you?
How did Harley come to be with me?
Yeah.
Mom was at work one day, and the janitor, I guess, was outside dumping some trash, and he heard a noise under the dumpster, and he looked underneath and saw a little kitten, and it was all by itself, no mother, no brothers, no sisters, and he just picked it up, brought it inside, and asked if anyone wanted to take it home, and Mom said yes. So she took it home, and when she came home that day, she told us that she had a surprise in the car, and it was in a little box, and there was a whole bunch of little pieces of material. I think we still have some, but we looked in the box and we're like, there's nothing there, and she goes, oh my god, where did it go? And so we were all excited because it was something there, but it was gone. And then, she opened the door and was going through all the material, and the cat, I guess, was just under all the material. Little scraps of...
Getting all warm and...
Oh, yeah. So, and this was... I was about 10, and it was mid-August. So it was really hot, but I guess that cat wanted to get nice and cozy. So, oh my god, it's a kitten! No! Didn't even have his eyes open. We're guessing maybe 2-3 days old.
Alright, so what was it like for him growing up?
Growing up, it was, like I said, it was almost school time, so we only got to hang out with him for a couple more weeks until we had to go back to school. But when we first got him, he was really bloated and fat and, really, really hungry, so we had to feed him with a bottle and, the formula that you can buy at the pet store. But his mom and his kids, his brothers and sisters, I guess, were in a car accident. They were all hit by a car, and he was the only one that survived under the dumpster.
So how did you come to be his mother?
There were 4 kids growing up on the farm. There was me, my brother Dan, cousin Christina, and my cousin Matthew. And we would always take turns holding him, 5 minutes here and we always did it oldest to youngest. So Christina, being the oldest of the 4, would go first and hold him for 5 minutes, and then it would switch off to me, and then it would switch off to Matt, and then Dan. And I guess Christina just finished her turn holding him, and he didn't have a name yet, so we just called him Squeak, because every time he meowed, it just sounded like a little squeak. So we just called him Squeak for the time being, and so she finished holding him, and then it was my turn, so I was holding him, and Mom, I was curious, when is he going to start opening his eyes? And I don't know, any day now. So, I'm just sitting there petting him. He's so cute, and then all of a sudden I looked down, and he looked up at me and opened his eyes, and I freaked out, and I was like, Mom, he just opened his eyes! Oh my god, you should have seen it! It was so cute! And then she was like, well, Abby, I guess it's your cat. And when Christina heard that, she was like, that's not fair! Man. She threw this big fit. And either way, I ended up with the cat, which I'm not going to complain about considering we're really close. So that's how he became my cat. But picking the name, I think, was the hardest. It took a couple months to pick his name. We wanted it just right. It fit his personality. So until we could actually pick a name, we just called him Squeak because of his little meow cry. Sounded like a little squeaky toy.
So how'd you come to give him the name he has now?
I guess we just, observed him, and, what he would do, and one day we were sitting around, and then all of a sudden we heard a duh, just go right by, and we're like, what was that? Oh my god, and, we're, okay, whatever, and then, we just heard this loud purring noise. In one of the bedrooms, so we went over to look at it, and we're like, it's coming from the window, and the cat was sitting in the window. So we're sitting there go over to the window, what is that? And then I look at the cat, and the cat looks at me, and I go, that was Squeak! He's no longer squeaky! He's more purry, and then we realized, oh, that was him running by, and then we're like, wow. yo, Squeak, you run really fast and you purr really loud. So, we're like, well, what, goes really fast and makes a loud noise? And, we're like, well, we could call him a car name, but that would be kind of, no, that's boring. And then, we finally got onto motorcycles. You have like Yamaha, Suzuki, Indian, and we're like, those are all kind of stupid. Harley Davidson, those are really fast and they sound really loud. And he's really fast and really loud. Let's call him Harley Davidson. So Squeak went away and it changed to Harley Davidson, but we just call him Harley for short.
Alright, what are some, like, odd things about Harley or things that he enjoys doing?
Even though he's, like, almost 11 now, he's still really active. He loves playing with toys, catnip, the little scratchy mats. If you go by him and he's sitting on a scratchy mat, he'll attack you because he's being very territorial, especially when there's catnip on it. Christmas time, we have the tree. We'll put it up and decorate it. When he was younger, we actually have a picture of him, just his head sticking out. Climb up the tree and like knock the ornaments off. I taught him to give me kisses, like if we're playing, me and him, like, oh, I got you, rah, rah, rah. Like if I stole a toy and he, no, give that toy back, then we'll play. Or then he'll when he's using his claws, especially on my arm or something, he'll start using the claws and then he'll start biting me and I go, kisses, and then he'll stop and then lick me where he just bit me. And then he'll stop and then go away. But it only works for me. It doesn't work for other people. Which I'm kind of glad about because, I don't know, it works for me. You may just think that they're only cats, but they're really trying to take over the world.